In this video, we're diving deep into how to configure and sync your bank accounts in Odoo's accounting module. Whether you're a beginner or looking to streamline your accounting processes, this step-by-step guide will cover everything you need to know. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. Introduction to bank account setup in Odoo. Setting up and syncing your bank accounts in Odoo is essential for seamless financial management. It enables you to track incoming and outgoing payments, reconcile statements, and automate bank feeds, reducing manual errors. Odoo provides a flexible system for managing bank journals, payment methods, and statement imports, making your financial processes more efficient. Benefits of bank account setup in Odoo. Automates bank statement synchronization. Simplifies payment tracking. Enhances financial reporting accuracy. Supports various payment methods. In this video, we'll explore how to create a bank journal, configure incoming and outgoing payments, and enable automated bank synchronization. Let's begin. Creating a bank journal. The first step is to create a bank journal. Here's how you can do it. Navigate to the Accounting app. Then go to Configuration, then Accounting, and click on Journals. Click on the Create button to open the form. Complete the following fields. Journal name. Enter the bank's name, like First National Bank. If you have multiple accounts, add details like First National Bank. Operating type. Select bank as the journal type. Company. This field auto-populates if you're in a multi-company setup. Under the Journal Entries tab, you'll find important fields under accounting information like the bank account, suspense account, profit account, and loss account. Odoo simplifies this setup by auto-filling some fields, but you can adjust them based on your requirements. Bank account. The bank account field represents the general ledger, GL, account linked to the bank journal. It's where all transactions from the bank are recorded, like deposits, withdrawals, or reconciliations. If you have already set up a specific general ledger account for your bank, you can select it here. If not, Odoo automatically creates one for you upon saving the journal. For example, suppose your company, Tech Solutions, has a bank account with ABC Bank. You've created a general ledger account named ABC Bank, main account. Select this account in the bank account field to ensure that all transactions related to ABC Bank are recorded here. Suspense account. The suspense account temporarily holds transactions when the details of the transaction are unclear or incomplete. This is used during the bank statement reconciliation process, allowing you to adjust and allocate amounts correctly. For example, let's say you receive a bank statement showing a deposit of $1,000, but it's unclear which customer paid it. This amount is initially posted to the suspense account until you identify and match it with the corresponding invoice. Profit account. The profit account is used to record gains when the closing balance of a cash register or bank account differs from the computed balance during reconciliation. For example, imagine your cash register balance shows $500 at the end of the day, but the actual counted cash is $510. The extra $10 is posted as profit to the profit account since it represents an unexplained gain. Loss account. The loss account works opposite to the profit account. It records losses when the actual closing balance is less than the computed balance. For example, your system expects $500 in the cash register, but the actual counted cash is $490. The $10 shortfall is posted as a loss to the loss account since it represents an unexplained deficit. Short code. The short code is a quick identifier for the journal, appearing in entries and reports. It's typically an abbreviation of the bank or account name. For example, if your bank is ABC Bank, you might use the short code ABC. For a second account with the same bank, you could use ABC0420 to reflect the last digits of the account number. Currency. This field defines the currency for the journal. If your company operates in multiple currencies, this helps track transactions accurately for each currency. If you operate in only one currency, you can leave it blank and the default currency will apply. For example, your primary business operates in USD, but you also maintain an account in Euro for international transactions. For your EU bank account, select Euro as the currency to manage transactions specific to that account. Key benefits. Bank account. ensures all bank-related transactions are accurately recorded in the general ledger. helps maintain clear financial records. Suspense account facilitates temporary allocation of unclear transactions, enabling a smoother reconciliation process. Profit and loss accounts automatically track unexplained gains or losses, provide transparency and accountability during financial audits. Short code simplifies identification of journals in reports and entries, saves time when managing multiple accounts. Currency essential for businesses dealing with multi-currency transactions, helps track exchange rate differences and ensures compliance with accounting standards. Configuring bank account details. Next, let's add your bank account details. Account number. This field is used to input the unique account number associated with your bank account. If you're adding a new bank account, you can enter the account number manually. If the account already exists, you can select it from the available options. This step helps in linking the bank account to Odoo for tracking and reconciliation purposes. For example, adding a new account. Suppose your company has a new account at XYZ Bank with the account number 1122. Enter 1122 in the account number field, and this will create a new bank record in Odoo linked to this account. Selecting an existing account. If your XYZ Bank account already exists in Odoo, selecting 1122 from the drop-down will link this journal to the existing bank account. Bank feeds. This option determines how transactions and bank statements are recorded and synchronized with Odoo. There are 3 modes. Number 1. Undefined yet. If you choose this option, no specific method is defined for managing bank statements. You'll need to enter bank statement lines manually. When to use. Suitable for small businesses or those that don't receive digital bank statements. Manually entering transactions gives you more control, but is time-consuming. For example, your bank doesn't provide electronic statements. Each month, you manually enter transactions like deposits or payments into Odoo based on your bank's physical statements. Number 2. Import, CMT, CSV, OFX. This option allows you to import bank statements in supported file formats such as CMT, ISO 20022, CSV, comma-separated values, or OFX, Open Financial Exchange. When to use. Ideal for businesses that download digital bank statements from their bank's online portal. Provides a semi-automated way of recording transactions. For example, you log into your bank's website and download a CSV file of transactions for January. Upload this file to Odoo via the import option. Odoo processes the data and automatically updates your journal with the transactions listed in the file. Number 3. Automated bank synchronization. This is the most efficient option, allowing you to link your bank account to Odoo for real-time or scheduled synchronization of bank statements. When to use. Recommended for businesses with high transaction volumes or those requiring up-to-date financial records. Reduces manual effort and minimizes errors. For example, you link your ABC Bank account to Odoo using an integration provided by the bank or a third-party service, for example, Plaid. Every morning, Odoo automatically fetches the latest transactions and updates your journal. If a customer pays $500 via bank transfer, this transaction appears in Odoo within minutes without manual intervention. Key benefits of each option. Undefined yet. Simple for businesses with limited digital access. Gives complete control over manual data entry. Import, CMT, CSV, OFX. Reduces manual work while providing flexibility for various formats. Suitable for businesses comfortable with downloading and uploading bank statements. Automated bank synchronization. Saves time and ensures real-time financial data. Ideal for high-volume or fast-paced businesses. Summary example. Let's say your business operates 3 bank accounts with different needs. Local community bank. No digital services available, so you use the undefined yet option and manually enter transactions. Regional bank. With CSV downloads, you use the import CSV option to upload monthly bank statements for semi-automated processing. National bank with API integration. You choose automated bank synchronization to keep real-time track of transactions without manual effort. Incoming payments, explanation and example. This section pertains to setting up incoming payments, which are payments received by your business. The fields and their purposes are as follows.
Payment method.
The payment method determines how the incoming payment is processed. You can choose from the predefined methods or add a new one. Here are the commonly used methods. Electronic. Used for processing payments electronically through a payment token, such as credit card or online payment gateways, e.g., PayPal, Stripe. For example, your customer pays an invoice via a credit card using Stripe integration. Select the electronic method to indicate the payment was processed online. Manual. Used for payments received outside of Odoo, such as cash, check, or bank transfers entered manually. For example, a customer pays cash at your store. You manually record the payment in Odoo by selecting the manual method. Batch deposit. Used to group multiple payments and deposit them in bulk into a bank account. For example, you receive multiple checks from customers and deposit them together at the bank. In Odoo, record these payments using the batch deposit method.
Name.
This is the name of the selected payment method. It is automatically populated with a default name, but can be edited to better suit your business needs. For example, if the default name for the electronic payment method is credit card, you can edit it to online payment for better clarity. Outstanding receipts account. The outstanding receipts account is a temporary account used to record payments that have been received but not yet reconciled or deposited into your main bank account. This account acts as a holding account for incoming funds until the reconciliation process is complete. Why use it? To properly track and manage incoming payments before they are fully processed. To ensure accurate reporting of cash flow by segregating received payments from those deposited in the bank. Example of outstanding receipts account usage. Let's discuss a scenario. A customer pays you $1,000 via bank transfer on January 5th, but the funds won't show in your bank account until January 7th. You record the payment in Odoo, and it is temporarily posted to the outstanding receipts account. For example, January 5th, the payment is recorded in Odoo and $1,000 is debited to the outstanding receipts account. January 7th, the payment appears in your bank account. During bank reconciliation, the $1,000 is transferred from the outstanding receipts account to your bank account in the general ledger. Let's summarize this topic with an example. Now, imagine your business receives the following payments in a week. Monday, a customer pays $500 via credit card. Payment method, electronic. Account, automatically reconciled during processing. Wednesday, another customer pays $300 in cash. Payment method, manual. Account, cash is recorded in the outstanding receipts account until deposited at the bank. Friday, you receive 3 checks totaling $1,200 and deposit them together. Payment method, batch deposit. Account, the $1,200 is posted to the outstanding receipts account and then reconciled to the bank account during reconciliation. This setup streamlines the tracking and reconciliation of various payment methods, ensuring accurate accounting records in Odoo. Outgoing payments, explanation and example. This section pertains to setting up outgoing payments, which are payments paid by your business. The fields and their purposes are as follows.
Payment method.
The payment method field defines how your business processes outgoing payments, i.e., payments made to vendors or suppliers. Some methods are pre-configured, but you can add others as needed. Below are the details for common choices. Manual. Use this method for payments processed outside of Odoo, such as cash payments or bank transfers you record manually. For example, you pay a supplier $1,000 in cash. Select the manual payment method to record the transaction in Odoo without linking it to an automated process.
Checks.
Use this method for payments made via checks. For example, you issue a check for $500 to a vendor. Select checks and configure the check settings to align with your check numbering and printing needs. SEPA credit transfer. This method is used for payments within the SEPA zone, single euro payments area. It generates a SEPA credit transfer file that you can submit to your bank. The account_SEPA module must be installed. For example, you need to pay a supplier €2,000 within the SEPA zone. Select SEPA Credit Transfer to generate a SEPA-compliant payment file for submission to your bank. Name. This is the name of the outgoing payment method. It will default to the method selected, but can be customized. For example, If the default name is manual, you can edit it to cash payment for better clarity. Outstanding Payments Account. The Outstanding Payments Account is a temporary account used to record payments that have been initiated but are not yet cleared or reconciled with the bank. It serves as a holding account until the payment is processed fully. Why use it? To track payments that are initiated but not yet reflected in your main bank account. To ensure accurate cash flow management and accounting. Example of Outstanding Payments Account usage. Let's discuss a scenario. On March 10th, you issue a check for $5,000 to a supplier, but the check won't clear until March 15th. The payment is recorded in Odoo as an outgoing payment and posted to the Outstanding Payments account. For example, March 10th, $5,000 is recorded in the Outstanding Payments account. March 15th, the check clears and $5,000 is moved from the Outstanding Payments account to your bank account in the general ledger during reconciliation. Check printing. Manual numbering. Select this option if your check stock does not have pre-printed numbers. When selected, the next check number field will appear, allowing you to manually enter the starting number for your check sequence. Example of check printing. Your check stock does not have pre-printed numbers. You enable manual numbering and set the next check number to 1001. When you print a check for $1,000, the system assigns it check number 1001. For the next payment, the system automatically assigns the next sequential number, 1002. Let's summarize this topic with an example. Imagine the following payments. March 5th, you pay a vendor $500 in cash. Payment method, manual. The payment is recorded in the Outstanding Payments account until reconciliation. March 7th, you issue a check for $1,200. Payment method, checks. The check number is 1001 and the payment is temporarily recorded in the Outstanding Payments account. March 10th, you pay €3,000 to a supplier in the SEPA zone. Payment method, SEPA credit transfer. A SEPA payment file is generated and submitted to the bank. This configuration ensures accurate tracking of payment methods, outstanding transactions, and reconciliation processes in Odoo. Explanation of Advanced Settings tab fields. The Advanced Settings tab in the journal configuration allows you to set detailed access rules, restrictions, and advanced options for journals. These settings help maintain compliance, restrict unauthorized access, and enhance the security of accounting records. Below is a detailed explanation of each field with examples. Control access, keep empty for no control. This field is used to configure basic access rules for the journal. If left empty, no specific access control is applied, allowing unrestricted access. For example, if you leave it empty, any user with accounting permissions can access the journal. If you configure access control, only users or groups specified will have access. For example, restrict access to the sales journal to the accounting manager group. Account types allowed. This setting allows you to specify which types of accounts can be used with this journal, e.g., payable, receivable, bank, etc. For example, for a bank journal, you may allow only bank and cash account types to ensure that only relevant accounts are used for payments or deposits. For a payroll journal, restrict account types to expenses and payable to ensure payroll transactions are recorded correctly. Accounts allowed. You can define specific accounts that are allowed to be used in the journal. This provides more granular control over which accounts can interact with the journal. For example, for a purchases journal, allow only expense accounts like supplies expense or office expense. For a bank journal, allow only bank accounts like main bank account or petty cash account. Payroll payments. This section appears when setting up a payroll journal and is used to configure payment methods and rules specific to payroll. For example, if you configure a payroll journal, you might allow only payroll expense accounts like employee salaries or payroll tax payable. Use specific payment methods like SEPA credit transfer or checks for salary disbursements. Let's discuss a scenario where we will configuring a bank journal. Name, main bank journal. Control access, keep empty for no control. Leave empty so all accounting users can access. Account types allowed. Allow only bank and cash. Accounts allowed. Allow only main bank account, savings account. For example, When recording a customer payment of $5,000 through the main bank account, the journal ensures only authorized accounts are used and that the transaction cannot be altered after posting. Similarly, now we will configuring a payroll journal. Name: Payroll Journal. Control access: keep empty for no control. Restrict to the HR and payroll departments. Account types allowed: allow only payable and expense. Accounts allowed: allow only salaries, expense. Payroll tax payable. Payroll payments: set up the payroll journal to use SEPA credit transfer for salary payments. For example, when processing payroll for $50,000, the journal ensures all transactions are linked to payroll-related accounts and payment methods. These examples highlight how the Advanced Settings tab provides flexibility and control over journal configurations to ensure compliance, security, and accuracy in accounting processes. I hope you all have a clear understanding of the concepts covered in this video. If you have any questions or queries, feel free to leave a comment below. For more support, please subscribe, share, and like the video. And don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated on my latest releases.